All right. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We are here in the building. Get that book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Since we talking about, you know, dudes having 2 girlfriends and all that other shit, you feel what I'm saying, in today's show. So make sure you guys get that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to Jay Bird, Got Gay, Mike S. Shout out to, who else we got up in here? Reggie Brock, True Savage, East Heavy. Shout out to Joe Blast in the building. Monogamous Player, AJ Lindo, Zati, the Big Bad Wolf, 50 Fitzwell in the building. What's going on? Matthew JM, Enoch Jackson, Hakeem is up in the building. AT is in the building. What's going on? Chris, 97, East Heavy. Who else? Lee is up in the building. Dave G. Shout out to everybody. Everybody's coming through. So before we get into all that, you feel me? You already know what we got to do. Let's get this going, and then we gonna get back into some heavy fucking game. Okay, let's
everybody
get this shit
has
let's
game.
go.
The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than 2 genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only 2 genders. Only 2 genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back. We are back in the building. So today we're going to be critiquing Fresh and Fit video. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. And they had a guest on their show, some dude named Trillsteen, who I think is like a YouTuber or something like that. And so basically, I saw clips of this episode. And, you know, I read the comments from people. I saw what some of the chat was saying while the show was going on. And what I found interesting was because in this episode, this guy, he has 2 girlfriends and he's saying that, you know, he's cool with them, you know, sleep with other dudes. Right now, people were asking me my opinion on this because I'm a nigga that has women and I'm like, yo, go do your thing. Right. Mm-hmm. So what I found interesting was people in the comments in the chat, they were like, this is the worst episode. This guy's a simp and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, the game is just going right over these niggas' heads like this. I was like, God damn, this is crazy, right? Now, all the stuff in the video that the guy said, I don't necessarily agree with. in the full video. But what they did was they put a clip of this episode on their clips channel, and it's about like 10 minutes long. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this up, and we're going to critique this and talk about what's actually going on in this situation. You feel what I'm saying? So let's bring this video up real quick. Hold on, let me get this video. All right. Let me add this to the joint. Cool, let me make it bigger.
Shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, what happened with Leonardo DiCaprio? What he did?
Oh, nothing. The fact that he don't fuck bitches older than 25, I fucks with that. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been doing this shit consistently for decades, and he don't give a fuck what anybody says about him. Like, you feel me?
Right. That's
like,
crazy.
Like that's masculine identity for your ass. Like, you know, like I don't give a fuck.
Right.
As soon as a bitch turned 25, your time is up, bitch.
Exactly. It's like you got to get out of here. Your contract is up. It's finished.
Your contract is up, bitch.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But see, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's basically one of the main things that I want you guys to get out of the video today, is that you have to understand that as a man, you have to choose exactly how you want your relationships to be.
That's facts. Wait, those are his two joints?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you got to choose it.
That's already. I already don't like that. I already don't like what's going on.
He's stupid.
Forgive me. I ain't never seen this shit. I don't. You know.
Right.
I never seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? But already I don't like what's going on. But okay, let's go.
So you got to choose exactly how you want your situations in your relationship, right?
Right.
So the same way Leonardo DiCaprio is like, look, I'm not fucking with no chicks over 25. As a man, you have to figure out what your specific relationship is going to be, and you have to do it that way, period. Right? So you can't worry about what other people are saying or about your relationships, right? That's one thing too. Because remember, when we talk about game, understand that the game is about you, right? So whatever it is that you like or you want, that's what you do. Now, one of the things that I would say, though, which is very important to understand, and I talked about this before, is that one of the things you want to be careful of is you want to make sure the moves that you're making are out of love and not fear.
Ooh.
Well, a lot of times, motherfuckers, they say, well, I want things this way. But a lot of times you want a certain thing a certain way because you're scared of a certain outcome. That's why you want it that way. Versus you want it this way because you're just like free with it, and this is what you like, and this makes you feel like, you know, this is something that you benefit from, and it's a positive thing for your situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful with that, because a lot of times people do things out of fear versus doing things out of love. So you always got to ask yourself the question, why?
Right. The other way that I like to say that is people choose A not because they really want to choose A, but because they're scared of B.
Exactly. So
you have two choices. You got A, you got B, and it's like being a person of autonomy, having self-mastery, having a masculine identity would say, look, I'm gonna choose A because that's what I like, that's what I want, that's what I believe in.
Right.
And then other niggas say, well, I'm gonna choose B because that's what I want and that's what I like and that's what I believe in.
Right.
But then it's crazy because 80% of people on the planet Earth choose one or the other, not because they really like it and believe in it and want it.
Mm-hmm.
They just do it because they scared of the alternative.
Exactly.
So like you said, they're moving out of fear. So I just want to explain things a slightly different way for niggas that don't get it the first time.
Right. Exactly. That's real shit. So let's start this video, and then I'm gonna stop it. We'll talk in between to give the commentary and see what's popping off. Right. So let's start this shit.
The core issue. The thing that people are getting mad at me about is I give them the option to sleep with other men.
Oh God! Stop it!
Bring it on, chat. And I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I don't like being a hypocrite. I don't like being a hypocrite. And I think that you can spin it any way you want, Myron and Fresh, with the double standards and blah, blah, blah. Let me compare this to dancing for a second. Fresh, if you walk into a dance studio and you're a man but right, and you say you want to be a follower, the dance studio will say you're a leader because you're a man. Like, I want to be clear, Myron, a dance studio is super conservative, like right-wing suits, dresses. If you go to a dance guys, remember the dance competition, everything, like the women were wearing dresses and the men were wearing suits. There ain't no 70 genders and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, I would think in the arts they're a little bit.
Nah, dance studios are different, bro. Like a professional dance ballroom studio.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay.
very conservative.
Okay, like a ballroom. Okay.
The man leads and
The
the woman
man
should
leads,
follow.
and the reason why is it wouldn't work any other way.
Yeah.
Just like you guys talk about.
Yeah.
So if a man goes there and says, I want to be a follower, and they would say, sorry, you can leave the studio if you want to be a follower. Woman goes there, I'm strong and independent because Neo told me I was, right? And they go in there and they say, okay, you can leave the studio. If you're a woman, you follow. If you're a man, you lead. That's how it works. Sorry, liberals. Anyway, and now I'm going to trigger the conservatives now with the next thing I'm going to say is, if you're the leader, then it's okay for it not to be fair for the leader. You're supposed to lead. The general doesn't complain that it's fair that he's on the front lines. And similarly, as the leader in this relationship, I'm not going to complain it's unfair that I pay for everything and also they can't sleep with anyone because of that. I'll be honest, I think that's beta. I think that's low value. I think it's...
Oh, he said, hold on. Let me stop it for a second. He's basically saying that he feels like it's low value and it's beta to think, well, because I'm the man and I have to lead and do all these other things, that because of this, you owe me you not fucking other people. You understand? Now, what he said at the beginning, he was like, well, you know, I allowed him to sleep with other women, other guys because I don't want to be a hypocrite. Now that's his reason. Now, whether that's, you know, like a fair thing or, you know, a love, I don't know what that means. You see what I'm saying? I'm confused about the hypocrite part, right? But as far as what he's saying, he's basically saying as a leader, right, there are certain things that you have to do. And just because you have to do those things, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to say, well, because I do this, you can't do this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because what you're because basically what you're saying is that, well, since I got to do all these things and I feel like almost like a burden because I have to do all these things, I need you to cut back on something too. So essentially, it's almost like you want us to be equal, but that can't be because I'm the leader.
Mm-hmm.
So there are certain things that I'm going to have to do regardless because I'm the leader. You see what I'm saying? So what he was saying is that he's saying that a lot of times people will say, well, since I'm the leader and I'm doing all these things and I'm paying for everything and all this other stuff, since I'm doing this, I need you to not do these things. So it's almost like they're saying, well, in exchange for this, you can't do this. Now, again, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But the question is why, and is your why rooted in love or rooted in fear? You feel what I'm saying? But Miles, what's your thoughts on that?
I just can't get this look on my face because I just don't like the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really like look, if any of y'all niggas catch me in the street with any of my chicks, that's one thing.
Mm.
But I don't know if I would do what he's doing right now.
Oh no, I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't even have both of them there.
And the fact that he got his hands on both of them and it just looks too pretentious, like
right.
Like he's doing it on purpose. And I don't like the fucking like uncomfortable look on both of their faces and shit. And
right. And that's what I wanted to point out later, because what I noticed about this video is he's still not all the way comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Because all right, I'll prove to you why he comes off uncomfortable. Everything before he says it, he puts out a disclaimer. Oh, I'm about to upset the conservatives now, or I'm about to upset the liberal. Nigga, who gives a fuck who you about to upset? Just say what you got to say, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just seems weird to me. And is it me or was he saying that like he pays for everything, so he wants this? And my thing is this: it's like I like a lot of times people do that tit for tat shit, and it's like I don't know. I don't really know if I really believe in tit for tat. It's like
that's what he was saying. He was saying that he was saying that that's what people say it should be tit for tat. So he was basically saying that if he feels like it's Right. He was saying that he feels like it's beta for a dude who's supposed to be a leader to say, because I'm doing this, you should be doing this.
You should be doing that. Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm like, I just believe that if I want it this way, then that's the way it should be. And if you're a woman and you fuck with me, then you're going to do that.
Right. Exactly. And that's it.
Like, no matter what it is, because dudes that say I could fuck other women, but you can't fuck other men, dudes that say that, I'm with them.
Mm-hmm.
But not because I agree with them necessarily, but more because if that's the way you want to do it and you can find a woman that is down for that, then by all means.
Right.
You understand? It just might take you a little bit longer to find a woman that's down with that because of whatever. But not because you're a hypocrite, but because of expectedly how the average woman thinks and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is, if you truly believe, yo, I'm a man, I'm a leader, and I don't even pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could be the type of man, yo, I'm a man, I'm a leader. My bitches pay for everything and they still can't fuck other niggas.
Right.
If that's how you want to have it, then that's how you should have it.
Right.
You just got to find a woman that is down for that program. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. But the thing is too, again, if that's how you want it, I still ask you why though.
Well, yeah.
Because the why is important, because you can have anything you want to have. But if the why is rooted in fear, you're eventually going to fuck up. So if you say, listen, I want a chick who's only going to be with me and I'm going to fuck other girls, but she can't fuck nobody else. Cool. Why? Oh, well, because, I'm scared she's going to leave me for somebody else. Well, then you're rooted in fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you say, well, I don't want her fucking anybody else because I have a certain type of plan that I want for my relationships and the way that I structure my situation. And I think this is going to be the most beneficial thing for me and her because I have certain plans that's going to involve me and her. And if another person is there, it's going to ruin the plan that I have.
Right.
Cool. That makes sense.
Right. Exactly. Different story.
You see what I'm saying? So this is the thing that people got to keep in mind is whenever you're choosing anything, you have to choose it, whether it's, or you got to ask yourself, is it rooted in love or is it rooted in fear? Because even when you're going to see with this guy, some of the stuff he's saying is rooted still in fear.
Yeah.
So he seems like he's trying to figure it out, and you'll see in a second. I'm gonna show you guys. But some of the stuff he does say is on point. You feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna go through this. Let's continue.
High value to say, listen, I love you both and trust you both as my partners, just as I would on a dance floor. As a leader, you might be leading, but you don't force them to follow you. The followers choose to follow you. And I think part of the reason they follow me is I'm not a hypocrite. That's how I feel. Okay. Actually, can they weigh in on that?
Sure. Yeah, please.
Who wants to go first? Angela wants to go first.
Yeah. So I just think that, personally, like I want the man to be the one to, make the decisions for me and help support me and help make my dreams come true. And I think it's always been in our history, like the man is the one, he's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
And the woman follows. I do, however, think that, it's amazing if women want to be independent and hard workers. I just think it works better if the man has a little bit more control and, the woman has more assistance. Because I don't think, sorry to interrupt you. I don't think women should have to work so hard.
Agreed.
I don't think they have to. If they want to, that's amazing.
Agreed.
But
that's what Christopher Hitchens said too. Like he was being interviewed once and they were like calling him sexist. He's like, I think women don't have to work. They can if they want to. I don't think they should have to.
So you love Trillsteen, right? So let me ask you this. He gave you freedom to be or do whatever you want with somebody else. Will you do it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm gonna know until
time comes.
Okay. But I do know that I'm very in love with him. And personally, I don't think I could.
Miles, look at your face. What happened? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bro, it's certain things that okay.
Keep in mind, he's not gamed up. I'm gonna tell you, he's not all the way gamed up. But go ahead,
bro. The fact, you saw him blush when she said she's in love with him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The fact that affects you, the fact that you still blushing, the fact that you feel like you need to respond or react to that.
Right.
lets me know that you're still like, you're still green. You know what I'm saying? You're still wet behind the ears when it comes to fucking with multiple women, bro.
Right.
Like, and so the whole facade is like, I don't know. I'm not there with him, bro. I'm just not there with him to have your bitches on display like this. And bro, I don't even think it's fucked up, but for certain situations, I don't even think women should, like, they could be there, but they probably wouldn't even have their own mics, really. Like,
because you know what the thing is, this with him, just like how, you know, on like, you know, just a day where you have a guy who's trying to deal with a woman, like just a woman, their game isn't tight. His game isn't tight in the concept of open relationships yet.
Right.
And so what happens is that because it's not there yet, he's still sort of trying to figure this shit out. Because you'll notice some of the stuff he's gonna say, he's gonna be like, you know, but I see where you're going with it. But he's not always there. But the thing that I want people to understand, and what you're gonna see it a little bit later, is you have to understand that based off of what you want as a man, you have to be the one who decides that for you, and not what society is saying or what everybody else is saying, because people are going to have different ways they're going to do it. And you're going to see even Myron's going to talk about how he wants, you know, how he does his shit or whatever, and he wants his stuff. And I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a second, but let's continue.
I don't. Me personally, I'm a very like traditional girl. I want to be loyal.
She's out of her comfort zone here.
Okay.
She's trusting me a lot, which is why I want to give her that trust back.
So let me ask you this. What about her?
The thing is, okay, I will be completely honest.
Give 1,000.
When I first like found out about her,
Same. I didn't like her first.
Let me say this. You know what the problem with this situation is too? His girls aren't really comfortable because he's not all the way comfortable. You understand? And you have to understand that your women that you're dealing with is a representation of you. So what happens is because he's not all the way there, he can't necessarily relate to or relay to the women what needs to be said.
Right.
Or the mindset of this whole entire situation. You see what I'm saying? Because if you notice how he's holding both of their hands the whole time. And he's holding both of their hands because they're not comfortable. But they're not comfortable because he's not comfortable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that because there's no sort of confidence necessarily up front in the situation, right? That's what's causing it to seem awkward.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? That's basically what's going on. But let's continue. Let's continue though.
I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I want my man to myself. Fuck off. I was very triggered and I was jealous. Like, I will admit that I was jealous.
Okay.
However, I'm like, all right, let's be open-minded here. I want to do what makes him happy. And I think, you know, I've always thought about the idea of open relationships. And I think the reason why they fail is because I think most people it's not wired. Like, we're not, as humans, we're not like wired to, I guess, not have possession over someone.
Right.
You will want like to have kind of control over that person.
Hold on, she's fucking up. See, this is what I'm saying. See, he's new at this. He doesn't understand yet. He doesn't understand yet. See, all the shit she just said is incorrect. We're actually not wired to be controlling and to be possessive. We're not wired for that shit. You see what I'm saying? We're conditioned for that shit. We're not wired for that shit.
Bro, I would never put any of my women in any position to speak for my relationship as the leader of the relationship, bro. Ever. That's why I'm saying it don't make no sense to put my women on the fucking block like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, you might, if one of y'all niggas catch me in the street, that's one thing. But you will never get the chance to question any of my women about the dynamics of my relationship.
Right.
Like, I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the leader of the relationship, that means I'm the representative. You only need to speak to me, bro.
Right.
Making my women speak on the relationship that in itself to me is some type of beta shit or some type of shit where it's like, nigga, I ain't gotta explain myself, bro. I really don't gotta explain myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. And if I don't have to explain myself, why the fuck would I let a woman try to explain the situation that I've created?
Right, but the issue is that it's a thing where he basically needs to explain this to them. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why she's saying what she's saying is because she doesn't understand. But she doesn't understand because I don't think he fully understands yet. You see what I'm saying? So I can tell from basically being non-monogamous for the past fucking 15 years and knowing lots of non-monogamous people, he's dipping his toe in.
Right.
He needs coaching. Like, he would need me to coach him on this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because he's still like getting his foot wet in the shit. You feel what I'm saying? From all of the like the kind of stuff that he's saying and doing.
Yo, I can imagine they argue with him all the fucking time. I mean, I know it's a podcast and that's the whole thing, but you're only gonna ever catch me on the podcast explaining to you, yeah, I got multiple joints, they know about each other, and it is what it is. Keep it moving. Like, fuck y'all niggas and y'all receipts, bro. Y'all, it's certain things y'all don't even understand about like relationships and certain dynamics of like manhood and leadership and shit like that. Because just the fact that I gotta sit here and put my bitches on display because I'm trying to show y'all something or prove a point. Again, I'm only here to convey. I'm not here to convince. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It just seems weird to me.
Yeah, because he could have did this whole show without them. And
That's what I'm saying.
I got 2 girlfriends. This is what we do. This is the situation. This is how shit goes down. Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Person that you're with and call them like, oh, well, that's my person, and have control over them. So I think that I was just trying to be more open-minded, and I'm like, you know what, this can work if all 3 of us really get to know each other and we have like open communication and trust.
Beautiful.
So I gave her a chance and I got to know her, and now I love her.
They're like best friends now.
Now she's like my best friend.
They got a manicure, pedicure together, hair done.
We had a spa day.
They had
It
a
was
spa
beautiful.
day. I paid for everything. Fresh. I have no money, by the way. Do you have a box?
So who sleeps on what side of the bed?
That's a good question. I sleep in the middle, and yeah. Wait, but hang on. I do want Christina to answer the question about why she loves me. Go ahead.
Why I love you?
Yeah. Is there any reasons?
There's a lot of reasons.
He should have left him home. He should have left him home. He's fucking up right there. Let me tell you guys something. You got to understand that your chick should not be speaking for you unless you trained her to speak for you. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is this. It's just like, for example, if you're representing a company, right? And you're giving a presentation of that company, the company, you need to make sure that you're representing the company right, so that when you're speaking about the company, they're getting the right idea, the exact idea, right? Yeah. But the company has to train you in order to speak for the company.
Media training. Right,
exactly. So what happened is that he's like, first of all, he's like, oh, tell him why you love me. Well, why? And she's like, why I love you? Because see, again, she's probably looking at him like, well, why are we, like, what? Like, what? Like, what? Why would you even ask me that? You should know why I love you. You understand what I'm saying? But what's happening here is that in this situation, right, he has them on there basically for the show, to show. But yes, that's not necessary, because the funny part is that having them there to show basically sort of fucks up the message of what he's trying to convey in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is that if you're in a situation and you're trying to explain to people non-monogamy, open relationships, right? and y'all are not actually comfortable with what you're doing in the first place, right? Then you are not equipped to talk about it. It's just like a lot of YouTubers who claim they're dating coaches and all this other shit, but they don't really know nothing really about dating. And then they start saying shit or regurgitating shit. And you look at them like, come on, man, like, what are you talking about? You understand? So that's kind of what it is. So it's like part of what he's doing and part of the things he's saying is, or the way that he's coming about it is looking bad for the brand of non-monogamy. But what I want to say is this, is that there is a good lesson in all this that we're going to see in a second, but let's continue.
Pick one because Angela was long-winded.
What can you do? I guess the main reason is you're my soulmate.
That's true.
Completely, 100%.
I feel the same way.
You help me to be better. You've given me so much.
My bad. Sorry. Wrong sound effect.
That's okay.
I was gonna really hit this one.
That's true. It is. I want to be clear. We are very gay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
What can you do? What was I saying?
You were saying that I complete you. You're my soulmate.
Yeah, and you've just given me so many tools. Because life is just so hard, and if you don't have a partner that can help you in this life and help you accomplish your dreams, then what do you have? And I have that now.
Fair enough. So my only pushback on that is, so my thing is, you never force a girl like, yo, you have to be monogamous to only me. My only thing is, I always say,
yes, they do, bro.
Here's my thing. I always say, listen, this is what it is. If you want to go ahead and deal with other guys, that's fantastic. But now you lose the privilege of having me as your boyfriend. And, I'm not going to go ahead and, allow you. So, well, I'm not going to, let me say this.
As you can say,
I'm not going to, my thing is, I'm in control of my life. I'm not going to have you go ahead and do this type of stuff and put me in a weird situation. Because for me, I look at it like my name has value to it. So if you go ahead and do this stuff, you're not only doing something, putting yourself in a certain situation, you're embarrassing me. So that's why I don't tolerate women going ahead and exercising options like me, because we're not the same.
Can I respond to that?
That's a choice. Go ahead.
I think that's kind of, again, playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. I'm playing to win, so I want her name to grow. That's why I'm helping her with her Instagram, and I'm helping her with singing, and I fund their self-development, for example. So instead of them being do-nothing bitches, Angela is building her fitness account. That's her Instagram manager right over there. Corey is training Christina in fitness. I hired Corinne to train Angela. I'm like investing in them so they can be complete people, so their name has value as well. And then we all
hold on. So now I want to say a few things, right? I agree with him with basically upgrading a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Upgrading a chick, right? Now, the way he's saying it, where he's like, I'm just investing in them, it sounds like he's doing too much. But I do agree. See, this is the thing with him. He has his heart is in the right place.
Yeah, his intentions are in the right place. Yeah.
Game is weak.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem with it. But also what I found interesting is the contrast between Myron and him. So Myron is like, listen, if you want to fuck with other dudes, that's cool, but you ain't gonna be my girl. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And so that's what it is. And he's like, well, look, you can be my girl, but you can fuck with other dudes or whatever it is like that. Right now, this is the thing. A lot of times what happens is, and this is why I said you gotta figure out why you're doing what you're doing, right? Because if the reason why you don't want your girl or the chicks you're dealing with to fuck with other people, right, is out of fear, what's going to happen is that your shit is going to crumble. Now, with this guy, if he's only saying, yeah, they could go with other guys because he also fears that if he doesn't do that, then they're not going to stay with him, then the shit's going to crumble.
Right.
Right? Now, the problem with this is, and with a lot of guys when they talk about, because I just want people to just think, sort of follow my thing that I'm gonna say here real quick, because if you don't follow it, you're gonna get confused, and I want you to get exactly what I'm about to say right now, right? Earlier, he was talking about how he feels like it's beta, right, to be the leader and say, well, because I'm doing all of this, you can't do this and you can't do that, right? And I agree, if that's the case, because the reason why you're doing that is because of some sort of fear, right? Now, what you got to understand is that a lot of times when guys are monogamous and they fear women fucking with other dudes, even when sometimes they're not even the girl's boyfriend or whatever, it's coming from a place of fear and insecurity because they're scared of what is actually going to happen if another guy comes into the picture.
Right.
Now, what I want to say about guys who are non-monogamous and who actually have confidence and who understand what's going on, right? It's a different thing because they actually see things on a wider spectrum and they see things from a bird's eye view. So what I want to say is this. What you got to understand about non-monogamy, right? And what a lot of monogamous dudes don't get is that you have to understand that the word is not the thing. And I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna say that again. The word is not the thing. Now, what the fuck are you talking about, Mr. Lucario? The word is not the thing, right? What I mean is that words that describe something is not the actual thing it describes, right? So in other words, the words that describe something are not the actual thing, i.e. experience of that thing. So for example, if you go to a diner and you look at the menu and the menu says burgers, fries, and shakes, right? You don't pick up the menu and put it in your mouth and eat it, right? Because it's just the fucking words saying burgers, fries, and shakes. So the word is not the thing. Right? So when you get the thing, which is the burger, fry, and shake, then you put it in your mouth and you eat that thing, right? So now what happens is that you get the experience of eating the hamburger, fries, and the shake, right? Now, the problem with guys who are monogamous or who think like, oh, well, I can't imagine my woman, whatever, right? These same guys, they will fuck a bunch of girls and hook up with them and date them, right? And they understand the concept that those girls they're fucking are fucking other men. So while they're dating those guys, they are essentially in a non-monogamous situation with that woman. But then what they'll say is, but Lucario, it doesn't matter because she's not my girlfriend. She's not my wife, but you're still essentially fucking a girl who just fucked some other guy yesterday, right? So now what I say is that the word is not the thing, the word is not the experience, right? What that means is that it doesn't matter if you call the woman a chick you're hooking up with, a chick you're dating, a chick who's your girlfriend, a chick who's your fiance, or a chick who is you're married to. Those are the words. The words are not the thing. So you are still essentially fucking a woman who I just fucked yesterday. Even though you're just dating her. So it doesn't matter if you're dating her or you're married. You're still fucking a woman who just got fucked. So now I say that just to put it in perspective so that guys understand that a lot of the fear that they're having, right, is coming from the fact that they are living in an illusion thinking that it's different if the woman is your girlfriend versus a girl you're just fucking. Right? Because the words are different, but the action is still the same. You see what I'm saying? The action is still there. And so that's the thing that a lot of guys don't get. So what happens is that when they get with a woman and they're like, well, I don't want you to fuck other guys. Okay, cool. But why don't you want her to fuck the other guy? The reason why you don't want her to fuck the other guy in most cases is because you don't like the fact of your woman having sex with another man. But you were okay with that fact when you were dating her and hooking up with her. But now because the words are different, you think it's different and it's not. So a lot of this, what I'm saying is it's all perspective. So a lot of guys have to understand that when it comes to perspective and when it comes to you doing your thing, it's okay for you to do it however you want, but you still have to ask yourself why, because asking yourself why is going to give you the idea of the reason why you're doing it and the underlying reason why you want it to happen. And then if that is rooted in fear, you're going to have to check that, because you got to realize that the only reason why you're living your life the way you're living it is because you are a man living in fear. You see what I'm saying? So you might think you're tough and dominant and all this other stuff. Because I saw a comment under the video, and one of the comments was like, well, how can a dominant man want another man to dominate his woman? Right?
Mm.
But what you got to understand is when you dominate a woman, you don't focus on dominating her body, you dominate her mind. Because once you dominate her mind, the body will follow.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm about to say anything about that before I move on.
Nah, you can move on.
All right, cool. Let's keep it going.
Have value together, and sort of similar to Trillsteen and Andrew pooling their money and resources together. I might be funding this relationship, but they're the reason I'm here too. I think Myron's a lot less intrigued about me being here if they don't come. So I really don't view myself as above them. I'm the leader, but they're my partners.
Well, my thing is,
you see, and this is the thing. He said, I don't think Myron would want me here if they weren't here. See, that's the wrong thing. But then he also said, I'm the leader. I'm not better than them or whatever, but they're, you understand? So he says good things in the goofy shit he's saying. You see what I mean? So it's like he, you know, those people that they be like the first sentence be dope and then they fuck it up. Like he's one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
But well, to go back to the previous part, I'm a firm believer that the best way to invest in any woman is to invest in yourself.
Right.
So I mean, maybe I would have to look at the dynamics in totality, but he said that he's funding their endeavors.
Right.
I don't understand. How does that help him? Because I don't see the part where it actually helps him.
Right. He didn't explain how that helps him in the situation.
You see what I'm saying? Now if he says, you know, I'm creating a consulting company and they are my case studies and I'm going to use their success to sell my consulting on how to build successful fitness channels and how to build singing careers for beautiful women and this, that, and the third, because that's what I do.
Right.
Different story. But the way he's saying it, it's like he's doing all of this stuff out of necessity because he feels like if he don't do it, they won't be there for him.
Right, exactly.
And that's the part that I don't like. Because the only reason why I want any bitch to be in my presence is because she wants to be in my presence.
Right.
Not for any other reason. Because if you listen to the one in the red, when she answered, she was like, "Oh well, you've given me so much. You gave me so many tools." And then the other one said the same basic thing. She said, "Well, you support me and you do this and you do that, and everybody wants someone like that in their life, and I have that."
Right.
They didn't know. It's like they said almost nothing about him, the man.
That's a fact.
They explained what he did for them. So ultimately, it based on what they explained, it comes down to tricking.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? It comes down to some type of simping or tricking.
See, Myron and Fresh got to have us back on here so we could do this episode that he was trying to do correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like he's thwarting the brand. But this goofy nigga here, he said Lucario's just trying to justify his open relationship and normalize him being a cuck. If you are allowing your woman to fuck other dudes, there is seriously something wrong with your manhood. Let me hit the button before I get into this. Now, here, you definitely should call up, but I know you're not. But let me break down your comment, right? First of all, you don't know what a fuck a cuck is, right? Because a cuck is one, the original definition again was a guy whose wife was unfaithful to him, got pregnant, and then he was the one who had to deal with the kid, right? Now, the new updated version of cuck is when you are dealing with a woman and you are submissive to the woman, right? And you like to be humiliated in a sexual situation with her and another man. Now, that is different than having an open relationship. Now, by your stupid definition of cuck, right? You're saying if you're allowing your woman to fuck other dudes, let me explain something to you. this is what you got to understand. You don't allow women to do shit. I'm going to say that one more time. You don't allow women to do shit. No man allows a woman to do anything. You got to understand that. Women do what the fuck they want. Now, what you have to understand is that when you're a man who has game and you have influence over a woman is influenced to do things your way. But she's still doing what the fuck she wants. So you're not allowing a woman to do anything, because guess what, they hear? You could have a girlfriend right now and I could go fuck your girl. Now, does that make you a cuck? Because you're not allowing her to fuck me, but she fucked me anyway. So what now? So are you a cuck now because I fucked your girl? Or did your girl just do whatever the fuck she wanted to do? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, and this is exactly why I used to fuck women who had boyfriends and husbands, because the niggas like to hear. Because I wanted to let these niggas know, like, yo, y'all are living in an illusion thinking that you're controlling a woman. You do not control women. Y'all don't understand this. You cannot control a woman. A woman does whatever the fuck she wants.
Right.
Y'all don't understand this shit. And so you're going to be the nigga crying in a corner because your chick is fucking with some other dude. Because you think that you allowed her to this and you control that. No, you don't. You didn't. You don't. You see what I'm saying? So come on, fam. Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Oh my goodness. All right. So we got like maybe 3 more minutes left in this video, but let's continue.
Sure. It's well, I get that you're like investing in them, but I'm talking about strictly. I'm only focusing on the part where they can go ahead and have sex with other people.
I'll respond to that too.
That's my only. That's where I would draw the line. Like, you cannot entertain any other men.
I'll respond to that too, and then I want to hear Fresh's perspective. Myron, you're honest. These dorks in the chat are not. I swear to God, I see all these things on Instagram. Men and women are different. The bitches. I'm telling you, they're not. They're not saying it the way you're saying it, because you're actually high value. And there's a lot of dorks out there that are trying to live your life and they can't. And what I'm saying is, if you hit the link at the top of the bio where I teach you how to be productive, you can have the option that Myron and I have. Now, we may go about it a little differently, but we're both high value enough where I'm sure if I tried to strong arm them, maybe I just would rather not.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, my biggest
so we don't
thing
even disagree. We're just choosing different routes.
And now that I agree with him with, because what happens is, again, a lot of dudes try to strong arm a chick into doing what they want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could do that and it'll work for a while or a little bit. But then what's going to happen is that when she gets tired of having to do the thing that you're trying to get her to do, right? Then she's just going to continue to do what the fuck she wanted to do. So what happens is that a lot of times guys stress themselves out by making a chick or trying to get a chick to do a certain thing. See, the thing is, you don't want to try to get a woman to do anything. What you do is that you present her with an opportunity. And you say, listen, you can get with this or you cannot. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you get with it, cool. And then you follow in my lead, you're cooperating, everything is gonna go great. Now, if you don't want to get with it, you ain't gotta be here. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that a lot of guys, what they'll do is that they'll dangle something in front of the woman. The woman doesn't really like the guy like that. And then she'll go for the thing he's dangling. And then so she'll play along to get the thing he's dangling. But she don't really like him. You see what I'm saying? So then what happens is the guy stresses himself out to make sure that she is continuously going after what he's dangling. But then at the same time, what happens is that because she doesn't really like him, her real self comes out. And then that's when the drama and all the shit hits the fan.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the thing is is that you guys, and this is what I'm saying with this whole thing. You guys have to be very, 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 very aware and conscious of why you're doing the things that you're doing. This is very, very important. Very important. You see what I'm saying? And then also you got to understand that, when you're doing shit out of fear, right? A lot of times you might not necessarily even know you're doing it out of fear. You understand? Because what happens is that a lot of times you're doing shit just because you think you're supposed to do shit because you've been taught to do it that way. But you don't even realize that the underlying reason why you're doing that shit is because it's to protect you from all of the shit that you're scared that's going to happen. You see what I mean? And this goes both ways. Check this out. There's some people who are in monogamous relationships who want to be in open relationships, but they're scared of what people are going to think of them being in open relationships.
Right.
You have people who are in open relationships who don't want to be in open relationships, but are just in open relationships because they think that's the safest place to be, because they think an open relationship means that they don't actually get close to anybody because they're still thinking with the monogamous paradigm. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing that dudes don't get. And if you're that type of person and you're always doing shit because of fear,
right,
you're always going to land flat on your face.
Yep.
That's all it is. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. Who is this? Melly said, Lucario is a swinger talking about game. I have no idea what you mean by that. But anyway, call in when we get to the phone lines. But let's continue. We're almost done.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I want guys to have the choice. Like, and I would say most guys would say, I prefer that you don't do that as my girlfriend.
They don't either.
Yeah.
I prefer it.
But you leave the door open so they could. I look at it like if you exercise that option, fantastic. You're single now. You're looking at it like if you exercise that option, I'll still be here. So I mean,
obviously, I don't know either. But what I do know is I don't want to be a hypocrite. That's all.
So there's a saying that says, "True love is freedom," right?
Right.
I'm cool being a hypocrite.
And I get what you're saying here, Trillsteen, for sure, 100%. You're saying, you know what? If you're with me, and you love me, I'll give you the freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
And they may not do, what they want because they love you. However, here's the problem, though.
What's the problem?
If you give them the option and that window, things do happen. Let's say, for example, and I'm just putting this out there, I'm not saying
it's going to be her, so look at her.
Let's
definitely not the one on the left is suspect. So go.
You fund their career, right? They become successful. They become bigger than life,
and
you're still at the same place for the most part.
That's not going to happen. But anyway, go on. Sorry.
I'm just
sorry.
Well, you know what? Let's say you rise up as well, right? However, let's say she meets somebody that's way higher than you, but at the same time gives her that thing that you gave her.
Sure.
And she leaves you.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I would say, baby, I wish you the best. And I wouldn't be upset about it.
So you built her up for somebody else.
I mean, you could view it that way. I think my goal is to heal the world, man. I want everybody to be happy, not just me. And I'll be honest with you. I think you and Myron, you're living a little selfishly, and I'm okay with that. I think you should have the choice to do that.
Yeah.
But I feel as if I have a bigger mission. My favorite human to ever live is Michael Jackson. I don't think he did that shit, by the way, just to throw that out there.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah. So well, the point proven.
Yeah.
I think he actually cared about people so much he thought people would understand, and they didn't.
Right.
And if you look at here's actually my secret plan. I'm going to reveal it. He made Thriller and got the world's attention, right? Best-selling album, 8 Grammys. Cool. Now you people are ready for Man in the Mirror. Man in the Mirror says, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Then he made the song Heal the World, which is all about healing everybody, And then there's You Are Not Alone. If you want to know what Michael Jackson's message was, it was, you are not alone, Man in the Mirror, heal the world. And I feel like I'm here to complete his mission. So to your point, if Angela's happier with somebody else, I will support her anyway. I just, I'd like it to be with me, but same with Chrissy. But I guess I think it's abundance versus scarcity. I think it's a scarcity mindset thing to be upset if you built up a girl and she leaves you instead of being happy for her.
All right, so that's pretty much it. I agree with him on the last part. See, the thing is, a lot of guys, remember, dudes low key want to possess women.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, listen, if we do all this shit and you leave, cool. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. That's great. I support you. Do what the fuck you got to do. See, what happens is this. And Fresh said it too. He was like, when it comes to love, is freedom. The problem is with a lot of people is that they think love is possession.
Right.
You think love is possession, right? That's not actually love, because what happens is that in order for because this is the thing, most people can't necessarily tell you what love is, but we can talk about what love is not. And love is not possession. Because what happens is that possession means that I'm not allowing you to flourish and do what the fuck you need to do. Because even when a woman is with you, the best course of action and the best relationships you're going to have is when the woman feels free with you.
Right.
Because when the woman feels free with you, what's going to happen is that she's going to give her best to you because she feels free with you. The problem is most people, men and women, feel caged in with the person. They feel trapped with the person. So when you feel trapped with the person, then it's like, damn, well, shit, I'm unhappy. You know, I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed because I'm with this motherfucker. But when you're with this person, but you feel free at the same time, that makes you want to be with this person more because it's like you feel like you get the best of both worlds. You feel what I mean? So that's what it is. Dare said, Lucari, I would have called if I wasn't at work to call you out of your nonsense. Yeah, sure, you ain't at work, nigga. You too scared to call. No real man will ever agree to an open relationship. It's against a man's nature and the masculinity you teach. All right, let's give the hero a little history lesson. Let's give him a history lesson. Do you realize that monogamy is a fairly rare concept, a new concept, meaning that monogamy has only been here for a few thousand years. Before monogamy, it was all open relationships, my nigga. And guess what? Monogamy was built or created for men, but not only men, a specific type of men. Monogamy was created for beta males. And I don't want to have to go there, but that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why monogamy was created for beta males is because back in the day, the top dudes got all the women. And then so the guys who didn't get the women, they were like, this is some bullshit. We're going to leave this place and go somewhere else. So then they left the villages and all this other shit. And then that created a shit where they couldn't build the infrastructure and the shit, right? Sounds familiar? Oh, let's go overseas to get some bitches. Same shit, right? So what happened is that they created monogamy so that each guy can get a chance to get a woman. You see what I'm saying? So this dude to here trying to act like he at work, nigga, go in the bathroom and dial the number and go take a bathroom break, nigga, and call in, right? Talking about no real man will ever agree to an open relationship, right? See, and this is where he fucked up. See, Dahir don't even know where he fucked up. Let's read that sentence again. No real man will ever agree to an open. You think I agreed to an open relationship, nigga? I made the open relationship. There wasn't nothing I needed to agree with. Right. I told them this relationship is going to be open. It wasn't no agreement. I didn't say, well, she wasn't like, hey, Lucario, can we be an open agreement? And I'm like, all right, well, maybe I guess we could be. No, I said this is how the relationship was going to be.
Right.
I created the relationship. This is what I said at the beginning of the fucking show. As a man, you create the type of relationship you want. And then you do that relationship. So I'm not agreeing to nothing. I make the rule of the relationship, period. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like these dudes, it's like they don't listen, or I don't know what is going on with these motherfuckers. It's crazy. Shit is ridiculous. But let's go to some calls real quick. Let me go to 323. 323, what's popping? Who's this?
What's good? This is PS from Cali.
What's going on, fam? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. Cash App.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Good show as always. Just wanted to chime in real quick. You know, you mentioned dudes trying to capture women. I think guys got to really understand and step back. Just realize trying to capture or hold a woman is a woman's thing. Women try to capture men and hold them down. Men don't try to capture women.
Right. Exactly.
And so I think we need to, like, every time we feeling that way, you got to step back and look at yourself. If you're trying to capture a woman, you're acting like a woman.
That's a fact.
Just one last quick point. You know, towards the beginning, you were playing this thing, and I realized something that you guys always mention is that we got to stop talking so much to women. You know, you can tell the way he runs his relationship is kind of sloppy because he has too many conversations. It's not about just directing and letting them know what it is. He's having too many engagements. Like, oh, do you like this? Do you like that? Should we do this? Should we do that? So the more input they have, the more conversations you're having, the more sloppy it is.
Right.
Yeah, the more confusion.
Exactly.
The more confusion, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So stop having conversations, fellas. Just direct them.
Exactly.
So, peace to y'all.
All right, bro.
Appreciate it. Exactly. And that's what I was saying. It's like you direct them and you let the chicks know what type of relationship you want, and then have them follow it. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Where ain't nobody agreeing to no shit. I'm like, dude, y'all goofy with that shit. Let's go. I think this is Moses. Moses, what's good, bro? Moses, you good? Is this nigga snoring?
Yo,
this nigga snoring. He was on the...
So this nigga been up too late trying to holler at bitches.
I know. I had to cut him off. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga sounded like he was either snoring or getting head. I was like, what the fuck is that? Yo,
staying up too goddamn late. That's crazy.
He said, look, Kari, can we get some your girl? No, that's your girl t-shirts. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Or our girl t-shirts. Probably. But guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. So Ms. Lucara Miles, just want to ask, is there any book of reference who made monogamy for men? I believe it was the top dudes get women. What? Oh, you saying that you believe that? Okay, well, this is the thing. You could look all of that shit up. Look all of that stuff up. Look up polygamy, open relationships, non-monogamy, monogamy, all of that stuff will pop up, and you can read all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But guys, see, that's the thing. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't actually look at what's actually going on. They don't actually look at definitions. They just be saying shit, and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Does telling her she's being vetted ruin the process? She's ultra cooperative. I want to make her my girlfriend eventually. I told her I seek steady cooperation and will slowly increase our time together. Well, this is the thing. When you're dealing with a chick, right? If she's like asking questions and all this other shit, right? A lot of times what happens is that it's really because your words and your actions aren't matching up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if your words and actions match up, then she would know what it is, and then she wouldn't have so many questions. So let's say, for example, if I tell a girl, y'all, let's get together and hook up and have some fun, right? And I go and I hook up with her, and then what happens is that I leave from her house, and then I go back next week. I hook up real quick. I leave, go back to her, hook up, whatever, right? Now, she's not going to ask me like, so where's this going and what are we doing and blah, 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 blah. Because she can see what we're doing. I already told her I want to hook up, and literally all I'm doing is going to hook up. You see what I'm saying? The problem is, though, is that when you go over her house or she comes to your house and then y'all fucking are sitting there in the bed, falling asleep, holding each other, speaking sweet nothings in their ear, making breakfast in the morning. And then the next week you come through and just fuck her. And then the next week you take her to the movies, and then the next week you fuck her, and then leave. Like, she's like, "What? Well, what's going on? Where's this going?" Because she don't know what the situation is. It's all over the place. So you have to be about what you say you're going to be about, and be consistent with that, and that's it. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And then she'll figure it out. Now the thing is this: is that if you're saying you want to make her your girlfriend eventually, then you just vet her by telling her the things to do, but you don't necessarily need to tell her that you're vetting her. You understand? Go ahead, Mal.
No, I just wanted to bring up something that you said before. The words describing the thing is not necessarily the thing.
Right.
So let me tell you something. Early on in relationships, chicks are going to question you because they don't believe in you.
Right.
You understand? And it's really, you really have to like draw a line in the sand and look at a bitch and be like, yo, do you trust my leadership or not? Because all this questioning shit don't really work. Because me explaining, it's like, bitch, listen, I could show you better than I could tell you. So the real question is, do you trust me?
Right.
The real question is, do you believe in me? Do you believe in what I'm trying to do? Right. And well, yeah, I believe in what you're trying to do. I just need to know this, and I just need no.
Right.
Because especially for you Christian broads, if you can have blind faith in the Lord, but you can't have blind faith in the man that you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, you don't really believe in that man, and that's okay. You don't have to. But the thing is, every relationship is a risk. Every relationship involves some type of vulnerability.
Right.
So the question is, do you fuck with me enough to be vulnerable? Do you fuck with me enough to trust me to do what I'm doing?
Right.
Can you look at the type of life I lead and say, well, I fucks with this nigga because he's on point and he's always on time. He does what he say he gonna do. So if he is running a relationship a certain way, I have to just trust in that.
Right.
All that questioning shit. When a woman is questioning you too much, she's trying to qualify you. That means she don't believe in what you're doing. So you need to really like look at her and just be like, listen, it's either you fucking with me or you not. It's either you trust me or you don't. All this questioning shit don't really work like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to sit here and tell you every single thing that I'm gonna do before I do it and all of this type of shit. At some point, you're gonna have to trust me.
Right.
You understand? So when you find a chick is questioning you all the fucking time, you might have to just charge it to the game. Maybe you did something in the beginning, like you said, Lucario, where your actions were incongruent with your words or incongruent with something that you represented before. And so she's having all these questions. The reason why she's having all these questions, that is an indication of your lack of leadership or her lack of actual interest in you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to charge it to the fucking game.
Right. And my question
to don't question them.
Right. My question to here is, why are you not working? Why are you not doing your job? I thought you just said you was at work, nigga. So why you keep, you see what I'm saying? You see how niggas be? He's like, I'm at work. I can't call in, but I have time to watch your show and comment. Bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Bullshit. So you said, so you're telling me this nonsense that men should be okay with their women sucking other men's dicks. Can you see how stupid your argument is? I really want to talk to you about this. Call in, nigga. That's all you said. And so this is what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to be with a chick and she's sucking some other dude's dick. I'm saying have the type of relationship you want, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? He said polygamy was practiced in the past and it was for men, not for women. Get your info right. Plus, women are more evolutionary wired to have one man only. You see, this is why I don't really like to talk to people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is why I don't, bro. What the fuck are you saying? No, it's not, bro. Men and women practice polyamorous relationships. The fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. Anyway, let's take a call real quick. Let's go to 269. 269. What's popping? Who this?
What's popping? It's the cuck.
You.
The cuck.
Yo, who this?
Look, man, what y'all think about
hold on.
Rat ain't nothing but a bat.
Hold on. Did you donate? Nigga.
His phone is breaking up or something.
Yeah, he hung up. He's done.
Hung up. Yeah.
He's done. But yeah, he's done. But I'm still waiting for Dahir to call up because obviously he got a lot of time on his hands. Is that Miss Lokara? Can you explain the part of women being tired of guys trying to hook up that you mentioned in your last video? I'm running into many girls who seem, to be like that. Well, this is the thing. What happens is women are gonna want boyfriends and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Husbands and all that. So what happens is they run into dudes who just want to hook up. The dudes just fuck them and they keep it pushing. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's really what it is. But the thing is that chicks are still going to want to hook up because they're human beings who have a sex drive. You understand what I'm saying? And so even though they want a long-term relationship, they still want to get some dick. So it just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Who else we got up in here for the questions? He says, I have a short temper. Does that repel chicks? Yes, my nigga. He's talking about. All right, let's try Moses again. I think this is him again. Hold on. Moses.
Yeah, what's going on? I donated. How you doing?
What's going on? What was going on with you earlier?
I was doing something. You know, I was actually doing something. So, you know, I didn't know that I was on at that time.
That nigga was beating off.
He was getting some head or something.
Nah.
So what's your question?
Nah,
What's your
nah.
question? What's your question?
Yeah, man. Listen, I just wanted to say this, man. Like, yo, listen, about the video that you made earlier, I didn't get a chance to call in because I was at work. But I just wanted to say this. I actually know a dude who has a chick who doesn't want me, particularly me, to smash. But at the same time, you know, understand, I'm looking at him like, okay, is that your girlfriend? Oh, he said no. Okay, so if that's not your girlfriend, why do you care about her smashing me? Like, why? Like, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, you want to smash other women. So tell me how that makes sense.
So wait. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. So you said a dude you know who's fucking with some chick, he don't want you to smash her, but it's a chick that's not his girl?
Yeah.
And how you know this dude?
I know this dude through one of my friends. One of my friends who happens to know him.
So is this a girl that he's like dating and he's serious about? Like, what's the situation?
I don't know too much about it because I'm not really in their business. You understand?
But that's what I'm saying. How does he know that you want to smash?
No, what happened was that chick was talking to me.
Oh, so the girl was talking to you.
You understand?
And then, so
Yeah.
this chick, so she was talking to you, and where was he when she was talking to you?
They was at the same place.
Okay. And then,
so
what did he say to you?
No, he said, yo, you know, don't be talking to my chick, man. You know, understand? They don't be doing that, bro. Like something like that. You understand? So, and I clearly asked the chick, like, yo, is that your boyfriend? He said no. Excuse me. She said no. And then he even said no. You understand? I even heard him said no. So I'm like, okay, now in my mind, I'm like, okay, now I know what Mr. Locario is talking about. You understand? Because I'm actually always out there. Because dude will, because that happened to me, I think 2 weeks ago. I told you, where I was at a spot. You understand? The chick was feeling me. You understand? I could tell I was gonna take that chick from that dude. You understand? But that dude quickly came back and snatched the chick away from me. You understand? So I didn't even said anything. I just walked away. You understand?
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you're in situations like this, right, and a dude is doing some super sim shit, just keep the shit pushing, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Keep that shit pushing, bro. Don't even try to like get with the girl. And because if this is the thing, if she's hanging around a goofy ass nigga like that, then it's like you don't really want to get in the middle of none of that shit. You just keep the shit pushing. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I did. You understand? That's what I did because guess what? There's plenty of other women out there. You understand? And then you know, a couple weeks, fast forward, one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get off of here, is that, you know, actually, excuse me, today's Monday. This past Saturday, a chick who had bagged, who was actually a 9, you know, and I say a 9, I ain't trying to pedestalize the woman. So, you know, the chick was a 9. She flaked on me, right? But guess what? You know, guess what? I met another chick that same night who was hot as her, right? And I smashed her the next day. And then on top of that too, guess what? I smashed a different chick that same night. You understand? So what I did, so basically what I'm saying is that same night, that same day, the chick flaked on me, right?
Right.
I charged her to the game and I went to the spot. Guess what? I bagged a lot of chicks. And then guess what happened? I made out with this one chick,
You understand? Even though she said she won't be around till Sunday, so we could get together and hook up and things. And guess what? I smashed another chick who's as bad as her the next day. So, you know, I think, I'm like, yo, I think
Moses, he like going in. I love it, Moses. I love it, man. I appreciate you going in, but appreciate the call, brother. This nigga, Senior Maca bitch. What? Nigga, call up. Could y'all call up? Y'all niggas be talking so much shit. Just call up. Why y'all so scared to call up? Y'all know I want the smoke. Call up. Fuck is he talking about?
You sound like an edgy Derek Jackson.
Like, I don't even understand what these niggas talk about. See, you know what it is? This is what they want me to do, Miles. They want me to tell them what they want to hear. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all what you want to hear. Okay, listen. If a woman has sex with a bunch of dudes, she can't pair bond. She's a slut. She's a whore. Never wife her up. And what you need to do is you need to control your women. Matter of fact, take her fucking phone and check her phone every day to make sure she's not fucking with niggas, right? Also, make sure you get your money up and get your status up so chicks will like you. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you do all that stuff.
Also hire a private investigator to monitor your bitch 24/7.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
See, listen, that's why you got to get your money up.
Right.
You understand? Because as soon as you get into a relationship with a woman, you have to have the private investigator.
Right.
So it's never just about going out on dates and all that. That's not what the money's for. The money's for the private investigator to make sure that she is not doing anything with other dudes, you know?
Right. See, Dahir said LaCarle was anyone who disagrees with him as intellectually inferior. That says a lot about him. When did I say that anyone who disagrees with me is intellectually inferior? No, you think you are intellectually inferior to me. That's why you said it.
He said you don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't mean you're intellectually inferior.
No, so that's the thing. He said he thinks he's intellectually inferior to me. That's why he's saying all this shit.
Why are you saying that, right?
Because I never said that. Find me a video where I said anyone who disagrees with me is intellectually inferior. Show me. I would love to see that video. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is what dudes do. Let me explain something, right? A lot of guys, unfortunately, right? Let me explain something. Y'all should, like, a lot of guys need to thank guys like myself, Miles, you know, K-Zaggin 1950, Steve, Taekwondo. A lot of guys like Dahir have to thank guys like us. And I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why you have to thank guys like us is because we show y'all mercy. And what I mean is that I could take Dahir's woman.
Oh shit.
And fuck the shit out of her. And he will lose his mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? He'll lose his mind. And so what happens is that
shout out
to these dudes, shout out to Steve the Dean in the building. That's a fact. The game isn't for everyone. That's a fact. So he'll lose his mind. So thank us for showing some restraint, because this is what I'm trying to tell you. Dudes who have game could fuck up your whole situation easily. You see what I'm saying? Easily. So understand this. If I had beef with a nigga, I wouldn't fight him. I wouldn't go and be violent. I just fuck his girl. and he will fucking destroy. He would go crazy because most dudes are attached to their bitch. You know what I'm saying? They're attached to the bitch. That's why they're so worried about who she fucking, who she fucked, if she did this, if she did that. Listen, if you're in a monogamous relationship with a woman and she fucks another guy, just leave the chick. If that's the case, just leave her. Why are you so concerned about women fucking? You understand what I'm saying? You're concerned about, oh, well, are you saying that you should have, women sucking other guys' dicks? Go suck his dick. Who gives a fuck? If you're in a monogamous relationship and you don't want your girl sucking a dick, when you find out she's sucking a dick, leave her. You know why? That's all you can do. You can't control your bitch. You can't. This what, like, how much times do I have to explain to you guys you can't control a woman?
You can't.
You can't. Y'all don't get this. Y'all really don't get this. Listen. Let me say to y'all what I pray that happens to you guys. For all you guys out there who think you can control your woman, and I'm gonna get to 305 and 302 in a second. If you think you can control your woman, I really hope and pray that you find a woman that you really love and that you actually are having a really good relationship with this woman, right? And she's doing all the things that you would love for her to do. You think this is the one. You probably, get into a long-term relationship with her. You marry her. Maybe you have a few kids, right? Everything's going great. I hope and I pray to God that you find this woman on her knees sucking some other guy's dick in your house. I pray to God. I hope this happens to you. Now, the reason why I'm hoping this happens to you is because you need to learn. You understand? No, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I hope and I pray to God that you find your woman fucking with some other dude.
What do they need to learn, Lucario?
Right. What they need to learn is that you can't control your bitch.
Mm.
You can't control your bitch. You see what I'm saying? And it's like some of y'all need to get slapped in the face with reality. You can't control it. I don't care how tight your game is. I don't care if you fucking took myself, Miles, Steve, fucking Taekwondo, 1950K Zaggin. You put us up in a pot. You stirred that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You fucking put that shit smeared all over your face, put it in your brain, and had the ultimate game. You still can't control a woman.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? You can't. It's like I like dudes. I'm telling y'all not gonna get this. Y'all not gonna get this. But let's continue. Let's go to 302. 302. What's popping?
Hey, what up, man? It's your boy Lou Z. I'm out DC.
What up, bro? Did you donate?
Of course, man. I donate to the content.
So what's going on? What's going on?
All right, man. So I wanted to know if I should keep dealing with this woman. So basically the situation is, I went out with her, you know what I mean? In the first, I met her at the club. She's throwing it back, lappy, all this crazy shit. Next time I get to her, we in the car, I got my meat out. We don't get it in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking,
wait, hold on. You said you was in the car and you got your meat out?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, chill. It's shorty though. So I got my meat out. She hop out the whip. But I know my meat is not on schmedium, dog. I got crazy. I've been complimented on my meat, basically. You see what I'm saying? Pillar and the stone. So she hop out the whip on some weird shit, right? So next time we get together again, and she cold with it, bro. She cold with it the whole time. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to go ahead and clean up. I'm about to go ahead and get this pussy right now. She cold with it. So I'm like, so I chilled with her again. I kind of left her on ice. It went like some months. She hit me up again. I'm like, oh, okay, finally get this pussy. And then I was talking crazy to her. So we get together. She plays the game again.
Wait. So this is the third date? This is the third date?
That's the third date.
Yeah. Yes. Stop. Hey, hold it. This is date number 3, homie.
Right.
What does that mean?
I mean, she playing a game with me.
Yeah. After date number 2, they get to no more time. Were you trying to smash on date number 1?
Of course, yeah. That's what I had.
Okay. Were you trying to smash on date number 2?
Number 2, yes, I was going.
Okay. All right. Hey, we don't need anything else. So here's the thing. You're a man, right?
Of course.
Okay, that means you're a leader. That means you're a manager, right?
Of course.
Okay. You only need to tell a woman something once, bro. So that means, so with that being said, by the second date, if your dick is still dry after the second date, there is absolutely no reason to talk to this woman.
See, I feel that.
Okay. So have you smashed? Have you smashed at all to this point?
Her?
Nigga.
Nah. But my rotation like 4 deep, so
No,
that's
no. I don't care. I really don't care. The point is, you call in asking about this particular bitch. Yes or no?
You're right. You're right on that.
Okay. So you've been on more than 2 dates and you're not getting what you want, and you're calling and asking us if you should let this bitch go or not?
The pussy is close. I could taste it though. You see what I'm saying?
Bro. How the fuck did you manage to have a rotation of 4 if you thinking like this?
Hell not. Because look, most shorties is they throwing it the first night or.
Let me ask you a question. The shorties on your rotation, you say you got a rotation of 4 plus this one that's acting up, right?
Yeah,
How long did it take for any of those 4 to get at you? How many dates did you go on for any of those 4 to get at you? For the sex, I'm saying.
Right, you're right. It's mostly 2 at the most.
Exactly,
more often than not.
Bro. You already know the answer to the fucking question.
Mm-hmm.
You pedestalizing this pussy over yourself. That's what you're doing. She look real good, don't she? She real cute, right? What do you give her on the scale of 1 to 10? Because you probably one of these 1 to 10 niggas. So tell me what you give her on the scale of 1 to 10.
Hell nah, I'm not a 1 to 10 nigga. I'm a 1 to 30 nigga on some Patrice O'Neal shit.
Okay, give me her number on the scale of 1 to 30 then. 20 what?
Strong. She a strong 20. Even. She not even my baddest.
So what the fuck why are we having this conversation, homie?
Why are you worried about this chick for?
Okay, I'm a conquest type of nigga. Like I'm like
no, nigga, no. This bitch is playing you. Conquest would mean after the second date, you try to smash. She said no. You say, bitch, you got my number. Holla at me when you ready. That's it. In fact, the second date ain't gonna happen. When you setting up the second date, you be like, yo, second date, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go for drinks like we did before, and then we're gonna go back to my crib, or then I'm gonna get this room at this hotel near the spot, or then we're going back to your crib. That's what you do when you set up the second date. And then if she says some shit like, I don't know, I don't think I'm ready for that, bitch, you got my number, holla at me when you are ready. And then you keep it the fuck moving, and you go back and you either go talk to another one so you could get a 5th on the rotation, or go holla at one of your 4 on the rotation. If you got a real rotation of 4, what you spend is, yo, you know what's so sad about this situation? Your other 4 on your rotation would be so fucking ashamed of you behaving this way for one bitch.
That's a fact.
Yo.
That's a fact.
I be watering my plants and shit. I'm on the way over to one of them joints now. But it's just like I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like it'd be better if I game her up when I'm around her.
Bro, she's gaming you, bro. Bro, you don't get it? She's gaming you. You're the one spending time with her, not getting what you want, and she's getting everything she wants. She's gaming you, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why are you so you thirsty for the pussy because you trying to conquer the situation?
Nah. It's not that. I'm thirsty. I ain't even want to say I'm thirsty for it, but I just want the pussy. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
But
why though? Why?
Because I was so close. I was about to smack that shit, and I knew that shit was gonna be good. You know how you know some shit gonna be good?
How you know it's gonna be good?
Hold on. Did you at least finger her?
No, I didn't have the fingers in it. I had
nigga, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm saying this with the most respect possible, right? But you need to thank your lucky stars that you are not within 5 feet of me right now. like as my nigga. No. Not on no. I'm not threatening you with violence, bro. Not at all. But what I'm saying is, I would be punching you in your fucking chest, right? Like I would be taking this is how old I am. I would be taking your neck. Like I would be mushing you. I would be giving you. I would have you under my fucking. I would have you in a headlock, giving you fucking noogies with my fucking knuckle like this, fucking you up on some little brother shit because you acting like a little, bro. You acting like a little bitch ass nigga right now. Respectfully,
man. Bro, this is the thing, man. Okay. This is the thing. See, the situation, the reason why you didn't get it in most cases is because you're so thirsty to have it.
Yeah.
This is one of the issues, bro.
Yo, just empty your roster. Give them to me, nigga, because they need a real nigga in their life, bro.
Bro.
Oh no, they getting good pipe over here. They getting good pipe. It's just this one. Trust me, they getting some good pipe. You see what I'm saying?
All right, listen. Here's what you do.
I feel what you're saying.
Now, here's what you do. Get two of the joints on your roster, right? And make them call a bitch and be like, yo, make them endorse you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, bitch, stop giving my nigga such a hard time and give up the fucking pussy. The pipe is good over here. You understand? Get your bitches to endorse you. You get me?
Okay.
I mean, since you want it that bad, you probably gonna have to, because I've been in situations like that before where I knew a bitch was down and she was acting all stupid on some playing hard to get shit, and I had to holler at my bitch like, yo, tell this bitch what it is. Mm-hmm. And then my bitch walked over, grabbed this bitch by the neck and said, get on your knees and suck my man's dick.
Right.
And then everything went smooth after that. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe that's what you need to do.
Probably.
Okay.
All right,
I might just invite them out at the same time and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's bring them all together and be like, listen, tell this bitch what she need to hear. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back. By the time I come back, we leaving.
Exactly.
Everything better be set for us to all leave together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's the best player shit. All right, good luck.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call.
That nigga gonna crash and burn like a motherfucker.
Yo, I'm disappointed in y'all hating ass niggas that ain't call up, man. Like, call up. You ain't even gotta donate. What's his name? Dacier and the nigga with the fucking Chris Rock face thingy. Call up, please. I'm waiting. I'm ready, bro. Like
bro, come on, say you.
Yo, I'm ready.
I'm gonna just say this. Both of them niggas is only here because they knew you was critiquing the Fresh and Fit episode.
Right. That's a fact. That's
number one. So everything else from that, you could get what I'm saying.
I just be like, why niggas don't be calling up though, man? I'm like, yo, I listen. Niggas be sending me videos every day. Talking shit. I'm like, call up. We live every day. How come nobody don't want to call up, man? Damn. I'm disappointed. I thought niggas was men though.
Nah, they're not ready, bro.
I thought niggas was men. Why they scared to call up and talk? Why? It's crazy, man. Let me see what this question says. I told this chick to come hook up after I get off work. She said she's down, but then she asked if I could Uber her back home.
Oh,
is this acceptable or is this something I'm not reading? Listen, tell her ass to get her own Uber and go take her ass home. You understand what I'm saying? See, look, a lot of y'all got to understand some shit, man. See, women, what they do a lot of times is when they not feeling you, they're trying to compensate. So they're like, he's all right. So maybe if I get him to pay for my Uber home, then I'll go. But if a chick was really feeling you, nigga, she paid for the Uber there, the Uber going back, she pick you up something from the store, all of that shit.
Right, exactly.
See what I'm saying? Yep. So understand that that's how it goes when a chick is actually fucking with you. You feel what I'm saying? But guys, you want to call in? Call the number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. And also, if you want to leave a question in the chat, put a Q in the chat, and we'll be here another maybe 10 minutes, and we're gonna head up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get this shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? See, this goofy nigga, he's like, you don't believe I'm at work. Why would I be scared to call you? Nigga, call up. Go to the bathroom. Tell your boss that you need to take shit. And then call up. It's that simple. You see what I'm saying? Niggas got a million excuses. This is what I'm saying. See, and this is the funny part. Dudes like Dahir want a bitch to stay loyal to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not even 100% a man.
Oh, shit.
Because he's too scared to call up. That's one. And then he can't even go into the bathroom at his job to go fucking make a phone call. So what type of life are you living where you can't even make a phone call when you would need to make a phone call? You feel what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is crazy. You say he sounds like a kid. Yeah, he probably is a kid. You feel what I'm saying? But you want a chick to stay loyal to you and not. So why should your girl not fuck me? She should fuck me. That's what I'm saying. Like, your girl should fuck me. Because if you're the guy who she should only be fucking with, but you're talking about manhood and masculinity, and you're not, you don't actually have the fucking motivation or courage to just make a phone call and talk. Why would your girl should be fucking other niggas, right? Come on, fam. Stop it, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. But guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call up, call the number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224.
Yeah.
He said, girl I'm meeting up is from another state and thinks the place is too far. She knows we just gonna fuck. I got a location closer to her, mistake or not. He said in need of another state. Okay, so you're saying that the chick is in another state and she thinks the place you told her at first is too far. Is that I think that's what he's saying. And he says she knows we just gonna fuck. Blah, blah, blah. So this is the thing. Remember with these chicks, right? Again, like I said, the chick who's really feeling you, who has high interest, who wants to really do it, is not going to give you any friction. Now, does this mean that this girl won't fuck you? She could still fuck you, but understand that when you're dealing with a woman who has medium to low interest, what happens is that you're going to have to do a little bit more because her interest isn't high.
Right.
So the lower her interest is, the more work you got to do on the front end. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. So this one says, hold on. This says, girl that I kissed texted me after club saying she is at home. I said, would you like some company? She said, I have church tomorrow. Why did she even text me at 3 a.m. if she didn't want to hook up?
Right.
Yeah, you gotta understand, women like attention, bruh. Women love attention. So when she says, I got church tomorrow, okay, cool. Well, listen, let's do Monday and let's get it cracking. Just set up a time. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, y'all gotta stop worrying about the little micro things women do. Just direct them to what you need them to do.
Right.
Okay, cool. You got church tomorrow? Cool. So let's meet up after church. You know what I'm saying? Let's meet up Monday, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, make that happen.
Guys, think of it this way. Instead of asking a woman what to do or what you would like to do, instead of saying, would you like some company?
Mm-hmm.
Be like, yo, come to my crib.
Right.
Or yo, send me your address. I'm coming over.
Right.
You understand? Let her say no by you making a statement.
They ain't ready for that. They're not ready for that.
I'd rather be like, yo, send me your address. I'm coming over. You'd be like, oh, no, I can't. And see, let me tell you what happened. When I make a statement and then she say no, it's clearer to my mind that she's not interested. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what a lot of you guys get wrong. You question these women, so they give you an answer that is ambiguous enough to keep you guessing.
Preach. Preach.
So if you say, "Oh, would you like some company?" You'd be like, "Oh, well, you know, that would be nice, but actually, I'm feeling kind of emotional right now, and I just want to be by myself." And I was on the phone with my girlfriends, and they were kind of talking me through it. Or you know what, that would be nice, but I'm gonna invite my girlfriends over instead.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So she really just told you no, but you're over there on the other end thinking, "Oh, well, she still likes me, but she's just feeling like she would rather be with her girlfriends right now."
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when I say something like, "Yo, what's your address? I'm coming over," and they go, no, don't come over. Or no, I'm not going to give you my address. Then it's like, oh, she's not feeling me. That's when, like, in that situation, it's more black and white where your mind is like, oh, this bitch ain't feeling me.
Right.
And then it's easier for you to charge it to the game. And then you can text it back and say, listen, you got my number. When you're ready for me to come over, drop your address. So when she dropped the address, then you know what's up. Now it's more binary. Now it's more black and white. Now it's more logical for you, the man, to respond the way you need to respond as a man. You understand what I'm saying? But when you be questioning these women, it doesn't. When you question a woman, it's like you're playing in her playground.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when you tell them exactly what the fuck you want, it kind of forces them to. Like Vin Dien said, it's like forcing them to face reality. And you face reality too. And the reality is she's not fucking feeling you like that, bro. So now it's easier for you to just charge it to the game and move on. Is what you should. Like the nigga that just called in.
Right.
He was on the first date, second date, third date. And he's still over here talking about, yo, I feel like I'm just so close to the pussy.
Right, exactly.
Because he's too afraid to say, bitch, I want to fuck. Don't call me until you do too.
Right.
I want to have sex with you. Don't fucking call me until you're ready. So that means if the next date happens, he knows that she's down to fuck because this date wouldn't be happening. I already told you.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of you guys, y'all love to let things be ambiguous because you want to hold on to the possibility of her still liking you. But all that really is just it's just a tease, basically. All of that shit is just a tease. And the crazy part is you guys are teasing yourselves.
Right, exactly.
It's crazy, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, let's answer these two questions and we can head up out of here. I don't have any motivation to go out and put my bid in. I don't know where to start. Do you have any recommendations? Bro, you need some coaching, my nigga. Like if you ain't got no motivation to put your bid in, then you need that coaching to get you motivated to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You need coaching.
What are your thoughts on using a vibrator or other toys with your lady? I mean, if that's what y'all into, then fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? If that gets the job done, then fucking make it happen. You know what I mean? So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I think we done. Ain't nobody else called in. We don't got no more questions. So we about to wrap this shit the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying?
Wrap it up, man.
Yeah, man. So guys, make sure that you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure that you go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you get that shit cracking. Make sure you guys go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Locario to check out the Patreon. You understand what I'm saying? To get this shit cracking.
Bad boy show right there.
Exactly. Make sure you guys do all that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And let's start a GoFundMe for Dahir so he could take off some time from work.
Call in one day
and talk all the bullshit he talking. You feel what I'm saying?
We got another question.
So Miles, do you have ADD? What?
I don't think so. I've never been diagnosed with that. I don't know why you would ask that, but no, I don't think so.
That's funny. He said the losers talking mess didn't call. Of course. Listen, losers want to stay losers, man. You understand? It just is what it is, man. Like Steve said, you know, the game ain't for everybody.
Exactly. And speaking of which, tune in to Lucario and Steve the Dean tomorrow, 12 noon.
At noon. So we're about to get that shit cracking. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, you know, hit us up. Go hit me up at Real Mr. Lucario on Instagram. Hit up Miles at Miles in the Game on Instagram. And yeah, we about to wrap it up and we out of here, people. And remember, the truth is inside you. We out.
Peace.
I'm gone. Hold on. Where the fuck is the trailer? Here we go.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting something.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.